Hey guys, what is going on? Randall419, the man with the million, back yet again with the second video for the day. Appreciate everybody stopping by, checking out all the content. It means a lot to me. So this other video is going to be another Randomly Spotlight. A lot of indie games coming out, a lot of them, and you know, I covered them all. This one's going to be about Uncanny Valley. So but before we get started, I'm going to have a giveaway up. I usually do one a week. I'm going to be giving away both Crypt of the Necrodancer, which I did a video before, and also this game, Uncanny Valley. So it'll be one winner will get both games, and I will link that in the description when it goes live. So anyways, Uncanny Valley, what is it? Who's it by? It's by Cowardly Creations, is the dev of the game, published by Digerati Distribution. And, Uncanny Valley is a survival horror game that includes a mix of exploration, puzzle solving, and a bit of action with optional story content. The dev said they wanted to go back to the old school of survival horror without turning it into a third-person shooter. So the basic setup is you are Tom and you accepted a position as a security guard in this closed-down office building. This is the very beginning of the game because I don't want to really spoil anything for anybody. I just wanted to give everybody a taste, even though this is my review, because I have completed it. As you can see, Tom is being chased by these weird people, but it's just a dream. And here's the title scroll, Uncanny Valley. So you setup is, like I said, you work in a closed-off building. You patrol in real time, nonetheless. When your shift happens, you go around and you kind of look at things as any security guard would. Things happen at the end of your shift every night. When you go to sleep, you have these nightmares where, just like you saw previously, these things chase you. Is it your nightmare? Or is it really happening? Dun dun dun! You know, it's one of those type of games, or type of things. The game is really basic. One of my first issues with the game is you control your character with the D-pad. Very, very weird, very awkward, I might add. Because I'm used to obviously controlling most games with the left stick. So number one, right out the gate, kind of has that issue. Here I'm meeting Buck, who is the other security guard that I share the shift with at this facility. There's no like dialogue, spoken dialogue in the game. Everything is obviously text dialogue. There's not a lot of it. You can go through, you know, hit through with the right bumper. The control scheme to this game is very weird. It's one of my biggest complaints about the game. So to move with the D-pad, you run with left bumper, you pick up stuff with right bumper, you interact with things with the A button. If you have a gun, you bring it up with B. It's totally weird. Like when you bring up your menu, which I'll show later, you actually used the pointer with the right stick. So it's kind of weird moving the dude with left stick while you then also need to move the right stick to interact with things in like your inventory. It's a very weird setup. The soundtrack, the soundtrack's alright, you know, it has that survival horror-esque vibe going on there. The music is good. I actually like the look of the game, the pixels and stuff. I think it helps out with the whole survival horror aspect. But there's not really much content in the game, guys, and that's maybe along with the control issues is the biggest thing. Here it is. Here's your inventory that you can go into with the view button. You move around that pointer with the right stick, which is one of the issues I have with the game. So here I am. I'm ready to patrol. I'm by myself. You can there's a little look at the controls. X brings up your flashlight because sometimes it gets dark, so you want to bring out your flashlight. You got an elevator that goes up to the first 4 floors, elevator that goes down, which is locked. You can imagine at some point you do go down there for stuff, but it's basically you patrol, and the game is short. So I did 3 playthroughs of this game in 2 hours. Yes, you can get 1,000 points in this game in about 2 hours. I did 2 playthroughs, although I was kind of knowing what I was supposed to do. So your first playthrough, you're probably going to be walking around, picking up the tapes, figuring out what is going on in this crazy place.
How are you?
There are emails to read and things like that. It's a short game. It's also an expensive game. It comes in at like $12.99 or $13. But like I said, I will be giving away a copy of the game. So, all in all, I enjoyed certain aspects of it, like the survival horror bit, but it doesn't really have a lot of content in the game, and the control scheme is very awkward. So on my review scale, as you guys know, 10 being great, 5 being average, 1 being terrible, I'm gonna give this game, I don't know, right at about a 5, just an average game. And I've been thinking about changing my reviews because people have talked about that. So, you know, take that for what it will. If you like survival horror games, this one might be up your alley. If you want to win it from me, make sure you're following me on Twitter. But that's all about Uncanny Valley. I didn't want to spoil the rest of it for you guys. So, hey, if you liked the video, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing for future content. And I will see everybody later.